it is entirely too hot to think about knitting. Hello and welcome to another episode of Tales from Midnight Diary. I've got a few things to share with you today. The first is I'm going to be sharing my latest yarn that I've dyed. So I've dyed some kits for the Rainbow Wings shawl by Mina Phip. They are finished, they are dry, they are ready to go. I've got a little bit of hand painting to do on one or two where there's been a bit of resistance to some of the dyes where the ties were a little bit too tight, but we live and learn. But essentially they're done. So here's a picture of what I've been dyeing. There you go. That's the dyeing out of the way. I'm currently dyeing DK weight yarn for, what's it called? The Snow Day shawl, which at the moment feels a little bit like a dream. How terribly British of me, right? I've been looking forward to the summer, looking forward to the sunshine, being outside, the long evenings, and now it's hot. It's too hot. And I do appreciate I live in a fairly temperate climate here in the UK. I appreciate as well that here where I am in the southwest, we're not having as intense a heat wave as they are in the southeast. So I've got a lot to be grateful for. But I will just say, and this is the last time I'm going to say it, I'm just going to say this once. We don't have air conditioning here in the UK as standard. Some properties do have it now, but it's not a common thing. Lots of our buildings don't have it. Lots of our public buildings don't have it. Our homes don't have it. It's not necessary, to be honest. We have such little hot weather, but the result is that we moan when it's hot. We moan when it's cold. We moan when it's hot. It's just part of being British, isn't it? I guess at the end of the day. However, I've not knit. I've not knit. I'm still knitting. Of course, I'm still knitting. Admittedly, I've not done much today because it's been very hot. Did I mention it's hot? And my hands are a little bit sticky, but I've also been at work. So I was just sat in the garden now thinking, I'll sit and do some knitting while Robin plays. If you can hear that in the background, that is my husband and my son pretending to be seagulls because why not? So yeah, I've got loads to share with you today. So no finished objects. I think I showed you my DK socks last time. I'm not going to talk about the other socks I've been working on because I'm putting those in my summer sock camp videos. So if you're here for the sock knitting, then check that out. The next video is going to be coming out this coming weekend, which will be my last update for a little while because I've got a couple of big things going on. So I'm not going to dwell on socks too much. I finished my DK weight socks. I'm halfway through another pair of DK weight socks. I made loads of progress on my 52 weeks of sock. So yeah, there's been lots and lots of knitting there. I'm also not going to show you my cross stitch because again, I've got another update video on the 100-day project coming out soon and I just don't want to bore you and waste your time. But there we are. Going forward, once summer sock camp's over and once my 100-day challenge is over, I will put all my crafts together in my usual videos. But I don't want to waste your time. Where I'm doing deep dives into things, it would be a waste of your time for me to sit and go through it here as well. So what have I got to show you then? What can I show you if I've been doing cross stitch and socks and I'm not going to show you those? Surely I haven't done more crafting. Yes, I have. This tiny decisions thing that I was talking to you about last time. Oh, game changer. I've been so much more crafty and I'm loving it. And last night I got home from work. It was the preschool job. And Alan was doing bedtime and I sat on the deck with my knitting. And it was marvellous. It was just marvellous. I felt truly relaxed for the first time in I don't know how long. And it was just such a lovely feeling. And then I realised I was feeling it. So immediately my mind started going. I started thinking too much. And could I capture that feeling again? No, I could not. So anyway, I last night finished the body of my 0 to 6 months flax sweater. It looks so tiny, but then they are quite tiny, aren't they? Small people. So I'm using Colour Lab Aran in one of the Tweedy colours. I think this is Harvest, but I'll put the the colour up for you. I might be making that up. I kind of want it to be called Harvest, if I'm honest. So as you can see, this is a really good point to show you the pattern actually, because as you can see, I have split for the sleeves. So you work top down in the round, so you're working around and around like that. And then when you get to the point where the yoke's the right length, you pop the stitches that will become your sleeve cap on hold and rejoin. Well, you don't actually rejoin, you cast on using the backwards loop method, which is half the long tail cast on. I'll do a video about it soon, I'm sure, and I'll let you know when I do. And then go round and round and round. And it only wants 5 inches until the rib. So yeah, so I finished the body last night. It's so sweet. I should hopefully get the sleeves out of what I've got there. I've got about 30 grams, I think, which should be enough. If I do 15 grams for it, I'm going to weigh this, wind it off, split it in half, and just do the sleeves as long as I can with that. That's my plan. Okay. And you're all like, okay, so you've done socks, you've done cross stitch, you've finished the body of the flax. There's not going to be anything else to show us, is there? Is there? Yeah, there is. Look. Are you ready? I told you it looked more like a vest. Ta-da! I have split for the front and back on my peanut vest, and I have I'm just about to finish the back and pick up the front and do the front bit. I love this yarn. It's so beautiful. Look, it doesn't look to me like it's pulled at all. It's just lovely. The colour distribution is just great. So this is James C. Brett Stonewash DK, and I absolutely love it. There we are. Robin really likes it as well, although again, even though it's just a vest, it's too hot for him to wear it. I actually don't mind the fact that I'm going to be doing another one of these in the same yarn for Robin's little cousin. His baby sister has arrived, is safe and beautiful and lovely, and so I'm just working on some bits to send to them. Oh, I will be once I've cast this off. I have a bit of a whoopsie with this one because I knit all of this, and this is 10 inches. So you do 2.5 inches of rib at the bottom, and then it's 10 inches for the size I'm doing to the splitting for the front and back. 10 inches is a lot of knitting. It's a lot of round and round, and it's not like a sock where I know that's the same because it's round and round just stocking stitch, but it's not the same because a sock you have breaks faster. You have the heel flap and gusset to amuse you, and then you go down the foot, and then you've got the toe. So it feels a bit more broken up, where you don't have a heel, funnily enough, in the middle of a vest, because why would you? And I was doing the instructions for dividing up the stitches for the front and the sleeves, and well, the armholes, I should say, and the neck. You get a little bit cast off at the front here to build the V up. And it didn't work. I had too many stitches left over. I had cast on, and I checked. I went down to my rib and I counted. I'd cast on 10 more stitches than I needed. So it wasn't even like 1 or 2 that I could just lose somewhere. 10 stitches that I had to distribute. And at one point I thought, oh, well, it's fine. I just carry on and lose them on the back. But no, because if you've got all 10 stitches, that's like that much extra fabric on the back to the front, and it would definitely show. So I had to take back my cast off stitches here and take it right back, and then figure out where I wanted to distribute them to. So I plumped for casting off 2 extra stitches under each underarm, so that's 4 stitches got rid of. And then I knit 2 together, or was it 3 under each underarm, so it's 6 got rid of. And then, yeah, I think that's right. So I got rid of 3 extra under the arms, and then I knit 2 together at either end, just where the back would start after the armholes. So I've only got 2 extra stitches now. No, that's still not right. I've got 2 extra stitches on the back and 2 extra stitches on the front. So I got rid of 6 in total. So yeah, 2 extra under the arms, an extra decrease on the back under the arms. And so I'm left with 2 extra stitches on the back, 2 extra stitches on the front. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, which I'm just going to have to remember, because there was no way I was going to pull back 10 inches of knitting. Can you imagine how frustrated I was when I saw that that's what I'd done? I felt like such a prawn. It was ridiculous. So anyway, I haven't pulled it back. I've finangled it, and we'll see what it looks like on my son. But there we are. So there you go. Peanut Vest by Tin Can Knits. Might be an FO soon, although if this heat kicks up, not going to be next week. I've put a bit more work on the chime. Not too much, as you can see, but a bit. I'm actually on the decrease section now, so for the raglan for the second front. Kind of on track to have it done for next week, I hope, because I've got that, and then I've just got the 2 sleeves to do, so that's really not that much. I think if I'm a really, really good girl, I could probably get it done. I hope. So yeah, you might have a bumper episode next time with lots of finishes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've been working on. Really, I haven't touched my new cast on. Socks, obviously, I've talked to you about. I'm going to talk to you about next time. I'm loving socks. I'm loving knitting socks, by the way. In this hot weather, it's just perfect. What I really would like is some cotton sock yarn. I might have to raid my stash and see if I've got any hanging around. I might do. I might have an oddball from my time at the shop. The other thing that I've been working on, going through my whip box, I've found it's like a whip box of shame because obviously it's crack those whips at the moment, trying to get those things done. Is, if I can find it, where is it? Here it is. This is a blast from the past. This is a bit of a guilt thing as well. The other thing I've been working on is a granny square, but it's actually a granny square t-shirt by Hanjan Crochet, and it's using West Yorkshire Spinners Elements DK. I took this to do a sample for the shop last year, thinking, oh, I'll whip this up really quickly. Got quite a way through the front, and then moving house just sort of took over, and I haven't really had time to finish it. But I found it yesterday, and I've done another 5 rounds on it. So I've only got 2 more rounds, and then the front panel's finished. Got to do the same for the back panel, and then slightly smaller ones for the sleeves. And then I'm done. Done. Just seaming it up. So I'm going to be working on that as well. It's entirely UK trebles, UK doubles, US trebles, I think. No. UK trebles, US doubles, that's it. I always get muddled up with UK and US terms. If you get a crochet pattern and it talks about a single crochet, that's US terminology. Lots of books now actually come out with both, and they specify which one it is and give you a handy conversion, which is helpful. So yeah, it's quite nice and summary, so I've been working on that. Yeah. So that's it really. That's all I've been working on. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. So you've got the peanut, the flax, the granny tee, the chime, cross-stitch socks. I think that's enough really for 1 week. Yeah, I'm still plugging along with my English paper piecing, still doing my quilting, my bit of slow stitching. I'm enjoying that at the moment. It's just all a bit manic here at the minute. I'm working for Search Press, I'm dyeing yarn for Yarningham, I'm starting at the preschool, I'm still working at the cafe. So I'm doing 4 jobs and raising a toddler at the moment. It's a little bit much, but it's not for very long. I'm really excited for Yarningham. If you are coming, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to say hello. I'm looking forward to hooking up with a few friends as well, which would be really nice. Hooking up, see what I did there. I'm funny. Yeah, loving it at the preschool, full of ideas, absolutely buzzing for that. And yeah, and after Yarningham, I'm going to be streamlining things a bit. So I'm just going to be having a lovely summer of making and enjoyment. And a stash acquisition is coming. I know I said I can't. The dog's just kind of melted onto the floor. He got out of his bed and just sort of went and melted onto the floor. It's a bit hot. So I went to Tavistock on Saturday. I went via Plymouth and visited some of my clients for Search Press in Plymouth. So I saw fabric haberdashery and more, and they've got the most amazing fabric selection. They've got a great yarn selection as well, but I was particularly drawn by these cushion panels. I'll see if I can find a picture, but I was very good and I didn't purchase any. I need to actually use some of my fabric stash first before I start diving into any more. But these cushions would have been so beautiful in the home. They just would have been perfect for our living room or our bedroom. So I've remembered it. I've checked. It's something they get in stock all the time. And then I went up to Tavistock to Soft Touch Needlecraft. Again, amazing selection of fabric. Great little yarn shop section as well. I didn't meet the owners, but I met Leslie and Caroline, two of the, I'm going to say Saturday girls, which sounds a bit disparaging, but they're lovely. Talked books, and I found the Lara Beach yarn. Well, I didn't. I saw that they stocked some of the King Cole Beaches DK, and I asked them, do you have Lara Beach? Are you going to get it in? And they were amazing. They found it in the catalogue in the end, and it's tropical beaches. It's not just beaches, it's tropical beaches. And they have placed a custom order for me. When they do their next King Cole order, they're going to get a bag of Lara Beach in just for me, so that after my anniversary in September, my Lara cardigan sweater project is going to happen, and I'm so excited. So again, thank you to Maddie for throwing this yarn in my way. I'm now, knowing I've got that yarn coming, I'm not worried at all about using my Lara Beach yarn. I'm going to cast on those socks for us just as soon as I finished my next set of DK socks, which is almost finished. I reckon I'll have that finished by tomorrow. So that'll be my next DK sock cast on. It's really funny, I'm not casting on any 4-ply socks at the moment, as I feel like I've got too many on the needles, but casting on DK is clearly a workaround. So that's it. Have a good old moan about the weather where you are in the comments. I'd love to know. It's been really cool getting to know where you're all from. Thank you to new subscribers. It's so lovely to have you on this journey with me. I'd love to know what you're working on, what the weather's like, anything, to have a natter in the comments. That'd be really, really lovely. If you've enjoyed your time with me this afternoon, please feel free to hit the thumbs up. And if you do want to see more content from me, then if you hit subscribe, you won't miss a video. So at the moment, I do a weekly creative podcast, which is this one, which is just a roundup of what I've been making, and the things that have gone well and the things that have gone wrong, like casting on 10 stitches too many in the peanut vest and then knitting 10 inches with the wrong stitch count. The things that go right, and then I've got 2 little bonus series going on alongside at the moment. That doesn't always happen, in fact it never happens, but I've got summer sock camp updates that are coming out about once a fortnight, and once every 3 weeks or so there's going to be a 100-day challenge mini video as well, which focuses on my 100-day challenge to do a cross stitch, or 2 cross stitches hopefully. I'm working on the Percy one at the moment, and I've found the pattern now for the 100 days one, the one that was meant to be 100 days. So yeah, I'm going to go back out in the garden and play with my son, and then I'm going to have tea, and I'm just going to sit and knit and edit this podcast and carry on dyeing yarn. I tell you what, if this heatwave continues, there might be significantly fewer kits at Yarningham. Oh, this is why I'm very glad I'm the midnight diary and I dye at night time. Very glad of that. I've just heard my husband call my son's name quite loudly and with a little bit of alarm, so I'm going to go and find out what that is, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.